Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. We've got a new one today. I am looking forward to this. Jeff Cather made a gift to the channel. So firstly, Jeff, thank you for this gift and for the exposure to a new artist. I love these folks, especially when they're qualified by somebody like you who knows his stuff. Julia Cole, Texas in Louisiana. I love these themes. And you said Julia is originally from Houston, so maybe she's moved to Nashville, maybe she moved to Austin, but let's find out what Texas and Louisiana is. Alan Jackson has a song. I don't know if it was a cover, but the name of the song I think was called Dallas, but it was the woman's name was Dallas, and how I wish Dallas was in Tennessee, and it was about a breakup and yada yada yada. But kind of reminded me of that when you see Texas and Louisiana. Yeah, and I'm going to put the link to Julia's channel in the description box below so you can know. She's got a bigger follow. I mean, she's got close to 60,000 subs on her YouTube channel. So, I mean, people know who she is.
He's watching my taillights shine from his front porch one last time. I'm watching the mileage on this Wrangler dashboard climb. Might head to my mama's, sleep at my sister's, or just keep crossing them county lines. I can let the tears roll down, I just can't turn back around. Can't put raindrops back in a cloud, can't put lies back in your mouth. Can't turn highways back to dirt lanes, and you can't unkiss somebody. That sun can't spin round the moon, ain't no one outrunning the truth. Can't turn a boy into a man, can ya? Can't fit Texas and Louisiana.
Ah, there it is. All right. Now we have the context. You can't fit. I like the way she says it, Louisiana. Like different people say things differently, as we know. Like people say Louisville, 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 Louisville. Like there's different ways, but I like that line. You can't put, was it raindrops back in the cloud? You can't put lies back in your mouth. It's like, oh, all right. You get a sense right away. I don't know if Julia wrote this or not, but whoever wrote it, you realize, all right, pretty early on, they've got some substance to them. This isn't going to be just a pithy type of song.
Gas station pit stop in Beaumont, another memory hit of a promise he promised to keep, but he never did. Some second chances drag out the damage when it's something you can't forgive. I ain't one for quitting. Swear if I could, I would fix them, but can't put raindrops back in a cloud, can't put lies back in your mouth, can't turn highways back to dirt lanes, and you can't unkiss somebody. That sun can't spin round the moon, ain't no one outrunning the truth. Can't turn a boy into a man, can you? Can't fit Texas and Louisiana. Can't fit Texas and Louisiana. Oh, you can give it your heart, give it months, give it years, give it prayers and therapy, blood, sweat and tears, but a knife in your back can't be unturned. The bridge can't be unburned. Can't put raindrops back in a cloud, can't put lies back in your mouth, can't turn highways back to dirt lanes, and you can't unkiss somebody. That sun can't spin round the moon, ain't no one outrunning the truth. Can't turn a boy into a man, can ya? Can't fit Texas and Louisiana. Texas and Louisiana. Oh.
That's a cool ass jacket. I've never seen one like that. where she's got, it's sort of like the fur fluffy thing, or whatever, but with tassels on it. Like, interesting video, interesting sound. I don't know what her other songs are, Jeff. I know that you know. And this was sort of like a hybrid between Nashville and not traditional, maybe between like Nashville and Red Dirt, but definitely different sound. And obviously she's young and very pretty girl too, which never hurts. And the way it was shot, of course, I love the Jeep Wranglers. I had one. One was white, black top. Took that thing off. I love that thing. So I see a Wrangler, a Renegade in this one, and I'm like, oh yeah, I love that. But interesting place to shoot it. Obviously, when you don't have a label behind you shooting, when you're Blake Shelton, they'll give you, or Jason Aldean, $1 million to shoot your video or whatever. So you've got to come up with your own ideas, your locations. It takes a lot of work to pull it off. And what are you going to wear? Where are you going to shoot it? Who's going to shoot it? What's the sound? Coming in tight, staying wide, all these kinds of things. So when I look at videos, of course, I'm looking at a lot of things and hearing the song. But it was one of these things that it was completely told from her side, but it was about him, obviously. Whatever he did, you can't put raindrops back in a cloud. Anytime you hear raindrops, I think tears. Can't put lies back in your mouth. That's a good line. I've never heard that line before, right? I'm 62 years old and I've never heard that line before. I've never heard it put that way. And I would have remembered it had I heard that line. So I like that line. But you can't turn a boy into a man. Well, boys do become men down the road. One of the other lines was you can't take a paved road or a highway into a dirt road. And you actually can do that. That's easier than putting a lie back in your mouth, because once it's out, it's out. You can say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, but it's still a lie that's out there bouncing around in the ether now. But you can't put Texas and Louisiana. How'd she say it? Louisiana. Yeah. Because the prior rhyme scheme was can ya. You can't turn a boy into a man, can ya? And that was the rhyme that the songwriter came up with, the lyricist anyway came up with for Louisiana. But all right, Jeff, interesting. Yeah, I always wonder this. I don't know if you've interviewed her, if you've spoken with her, because in your line of work as a DJ, you know so many people, and the ones who are not the Mirandas and Alan Jacksons, they're far more likely to know about the channel and to comment, like Lauren Massetti, folks like that, Bree Bagwell. These are just very endearing, Templeton Thompson, just endearing. Brock Zeman has interacted recently. These folks, I just love that they interact. But I'm going to rate this song. Yeah, and it sort of had like that rock bent, and she's an artist that I could see going in a number of directions. I could see her not completely, but departing from traditional sounding country, whatever influences she had growing up. Most people her age grew up listening to some form of rap, and so you kind of want to sort of like have that kind of delivery, maybe a harder edge. I could see her being able to do that. Whether she does it or not, I don't know. And I could also see her going more of like a Miranda Lambert direction, where you just keep it truer to that country sound. So we'll see where her career goes and what her musical tastes and aspirations are. All right, the number that popped into my head on this is an 8.7, and I think I'm more intrigued than anything because the song, her look, her sound, there's nothing precise about it. And what I mean by that is you cannot pigeonhole her into any one genre or style or look. It's one of these things that when you have so many things available to you, life can actually be harder because it's harder to know who you are, what you want to do. People who are really good at a lot of things can have a hard time deciding what to do because you decide to go in one direction, whether it's one career, one relationship, one hobby, one subject to write a book, what have you, pick your thing. What you're saying is that I'm not doing these other things, at least for the time being. And it's hard if you're good at all those other things. And I think that's where Julia may be. one look at a video, this is what I come up with. So, Jeff, thank you again, my friend. That was fun. And I love the new artists. I just love them. So, there you go. All right. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.